Hey guys, I'm Mitch.
I'm Austin.
And this is Super Platinum Achievement, and we've got a full review on the latest PlayStation 5 exclusive, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. Let's check it out. Just a second. First off, guys, if you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button down below. It helps us out a ton. We really appreciate it. Also, if you like this review, give us a big thumbs up. We appreciate that as well. And check out the giveaway playlist. We like to give away a lot of free stuff, so don't miss out on that. But diving into Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
Yes.
Starting off, we like to break it down in categories, so we're going to start off with visuals.
And honestly, like, I grew up playing Ratchet and Clank. I've grown up playing Ratchet and Clank. There we go. That makes more sense, right?
Yeah, it was fine.
Back when I played the original, you're like, oh, he's such a fuzzy little Lombax. He really is a fuzzy little Lombax.
Yeah.
You can see every little hair
Individual hair
on his little body, and it's amazing. And I love it. And the visuals on this game are absolutely fantastic.
It's gorgeous.
It
And we
is
actually ended up playing in different modes, too.
Yeah.
I played on Performance RT, which is upscaled 4K, full 60 frames a second with ray tracing added.
Yes, and I just did the performance, which was just the 60 frames. I don't have a 4K TV, so I just did the 1080p at 60 frames, and we both had a wonderful experience for, the visuals. It was such a well-done game, and Mitch even had a moment where he's, like, looking at the bolts, and...
Yeah, you can... I didn't record it, I should have, but there's a part where if you hit the box and the bolts and the nuts come out, I paused it, I went into photo mode, and you can zoom in, and each individual bolt had ray tracing on it, and you can actually see Ratchet's reflection in the bolt,
That's crazy.
Amazing.
Absolutely crazy. Visuals, 10 out of 10. So beautiful. Lombax looks great. The scenery looks great. Everything fantastic.
Gorgeous game.
Absolutely gorgeous game. And the next one is audio, which, I don't think we had a single issue with audio. Like we've said in the past, you don't really notice audio unless it's bad.
Yeah.
And but I think this one was really good. We both played with both headset and just surround sound, and it was super well done. Like, you could hear enemies talking, like, in a distance back over here, like, oh, and then you turn and then there they are. Like, it was very directional with the talking.
The sound effects, always fantastic. Hitting the boxes, the bolts scattering at each individual little... Yeah. Fantastic. The music's always fun, and it really sets the tone. Once again, audio, we gave a 10 out of 10.
Absolutely.
Great.
Fantastic. So the next category is performance polish here, and this is where we did have some issues with this game. I'll start with mine. Mine were way minor compared to Mitch's. I think maybe because the mode we were playing in, I was just playing, like I said, in the performance mode.
No ray tracing turned on.
So the only really issues I had is, there was, like, kind of some weird invisible walls on some parts of the game, and you'd kind of hit them and just, like, stop and slide down. I did get kind of stuck where my character was, kind of floating here, and I was able to get out of it, so it wasn't like a game-breaking thing. And the only other issue I had a couple times is I'd have a gun out, I'd switch to a different weapon, but I'd still keep that same gun out, but I was shooting the different weapon, if that makes any sense. So it was kind of just like a weird visual anomaly, but it did happen a few times, so I think that was kind of, maybe a slight issue. It didn't affect the game at all. It was just like, I'm holding a blaster but shooting a shotgun kind of thing. So I was like, whatever. Whereas
I did have several, you'd call them game-breaking issues. The first one that was I've actually seen some other people have the same issue, and Insomniac actually addressed this one, and that's the getting stuck in the environment issue. I forget where I was. I think I was in the mining level, and I got stuck, and I could not move. And I did get a recording of this one, so I'll find it. It's probably playing right now. But I just couldn't move, couldn't get out of it, and I had to start over from the last checkpoint. So that was a big bummer. Then I had another one where there's a part where you're protecting Kit as she's doing something, and there's just waves and waves of enemies. In the last one, you have to destroy this dropship. Well, it got to the dropship, and it just didn't do anything. It just kind of hovered there and didn't try and shoot me. I shot it, couldn't destroy it. Same thing, had to restart from the checkpoint, restart the whole wave of enemies all over again. And then I had the game actually crash on me twice. Just completely crash, had the system error come up, say please report. Did that. And then some of the other things that are going to be in every single game. You get some pop-up textures here and there. specifically in the arena on the gold level on the very last one, when it goes and it hovers around you after you win, it kind of, the camera actually dipped like into the ground, and it was like looking at me through the ground.
I had none of these issues at all. So funny.
I had a lot of issues, and I do think it might be attributed to I was playing on the performance ray tracing mode, and that's really,
and yeah, you got to keep in mind that ray tracing is a new thing for consoles, so obviously there's going to be some glitches here and there. So we kind of averaged our 2 performance polish scores, since I didn't have that many issues and he had quite a few. We kind of just averaged it together.
But it wasn't like they happened all the time.
Yeah.
If it did, I would have. That's the stuff that I wouldn't even play the game. I would have quit. Yeah. But they happen enough to definitely stand out. Yes. But yeah, we landed on a 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. Yeah, mine was obviously didn't have any game-breaking issues, and where Mitch did, so kind of averaged out to a 7 out of 10 for us. The next category is gameplay, and that's where this game shines brighter than I think any game I've played, especially on this new generation for sure. It is so much fun and so well done. The guns are so much fun. The movement, the combat, everything. You do the grind rail, you have the rift tether to jump through, and just there's so much going on, and you can play kind of the way you want. I didn't do the rifts a ton. I just did the more like classic style where I'd just be aiming and just kind of strafing and draping. I did use the new dodge. That is a new mechanic. Is that like a rift dodge kind of thing that you had, which was super useful.
I used that a ton. It was very like Returnal. It was like the same move.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, and that's the game we both just played prior to this. So the gameplay was super good. It's always been good to this point, and it's even better. And then especially with the PS5 system, with the haptic feedback and the adaptive triggers, and like all the guns had their own adaptive trigger things where you could do a half pull to aim or charge it up or whatever, and then a full pull would shoot it. So that was super cool to you don't have to worry about trying to push so many buttons to do one thing on the gun, where you can just kind of do a half pull and stuff. So this game really shines for this new generation of consoles, and I think it's probably the best console game for the PS5, if not all the new consoles out there right now.
But yeah, gameplay, 10 out of 10. Fantastic.
Too much fun.
So, moving on to story, Ratchet and Clank, they're not like huge story-driven games. Like, oh, it's amazing. They're just fun, whimsical stories. However, this one did have a little bit of twists and was really creative in the story.
And this one really connected a lot of the previous games. There's kind of been this underlying thing of trying to find the other Lombaxes, and this really gave all the information of where they went, finally. Yeah. Because you kind of knew leading up to this. There's another one that had like a lot of time trial. I forget off the top of my head what it was called. I've been playing Ratchet and Clank for literally the entire life of the PlayStation, so since the first one came out. I don't know if you have.
No.
So, for me, the story was kind of a big deal, learning where the Lombaxes are, and then kind of, you might actually have a way to get to them in the future. So, but then introducing a new character at the same time. You have, you have Rivet, who essentially is the multiverse version of Ratchet in another universe. Is kind of how they explained it. So she's another Lombax, and you obviously join forces, and to fight the enemies and try to discover where the Lombaxes went. And maybe down the road we will find them. So
yeah.
Nothing, like I said, Mitch said, nothing over the top, but as far as Ratchet and Clank goes, it actually was a pretty good story.
Yeah, it was. So. And as, any game's concerned, it was a lot of fun and really good. So we landed on a 9 out of 10. Really good. So overall, you'll probably see this coming. Game was fantastic. We really enjoyed it.
It's a must-own if you have a PS5. It's not one to wait around on. I think you should get it right now, because it's probably the best game on PS5.
And I'm not a trophy hunter by any means.
He platinumed it before I did.
Yeah, I went and platinumed it. And this is only my third platinum ever. Yeah. The other two being another Insomniac game, Spider-Man.
Yes.
And then Ghost of Tsushima.
So he beat me to the platinum. I usually do get the platinum. I think I'm 4 trophies away. I just restarted on challenge mode to go duo to get it. So, 9 out of 10. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. Fantastic game. Visuals are great. Audio is fantastic. It plays really well. Obviously, there's you might have to deal with a couple bugs, but maybe they'll get fixed in the future.
Usually, they're going to release a patch to up.
Insomniac is very good about that. Yeah. And it's just it's just so much fun, and that's what you want in a video game. So
9 out of 10. We highly recommend it. So go grab it. And if you like this video and this review, give us a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button.
Make sure you
Check out-
comment down
yeah,
below
tell us
what you really
thought.
liked about the game.
If you played it, yeah. If you have any questions about the game, also comment. We're happy to answer any questions if we can. Check out our other reviews. We do a lot of other reviews on games and products, so check those out. And we hope to see you soon on
Super Platinum Achievement.
See you guys.
Bye.